Oh, yeah. It's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live on a Thursday night with another special edition Thursday night episode. I know y'all didn't think I was going to come back. I did. I know that y'all probably figured, can't nobody else come on the show. They can. Look at here. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, boy, you get graced. You have grace. Boy, something about it. It's something about it. Look at here. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. This right here, I've been, whew, I'm so, hold on. Let me get me some of this old aloe vera water.
Also, let me grab my water.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, look at here. Old Country Boys back up in here on a Thursday night with a Thursday night special edition, okay? This one right here. Last night, we had all the way from, what was that, Georgia. I had a Georgia peach on last night. Tonight, I got a Bama chick, Alabama wife, Alabama mama, all the way from Alabama. Oh, I got a good friend. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all a little background. I'm gonna shut up. Look here. I say that. Y'all know I be lying. I ain't gonna shut up. I'm gonna tell y'all a little something about me and old Bama right here. I met Bama years ago. Years ago. Long time ago. Back when I had her. Okay, I met Bama a long time ago. Back when this right here, it wasn't even great. Long time ago. And let me tell you, me and Bama, we met. It was her birthday weekend. Sure was. Didn't know her. She didn't know me. It was some friends of ours. We came. They was all the way in Memphis, Tennessee. Sure was. I came all the way from Louisiana, and we happened to be in Memphis. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you that because I'm gonna say this right here. And I just told Bama this just a minute ago. And y'all excuse me, that's what I call it. I've been calling that since I know it. I call it Bama. There's nothing that's accidental or coincidence. God don't work like that. He knew. He knew in his infinite wisdom. He knew way back then that right here, right now, we were gonna be sitting here, and my friend Bama was gonna tell her story. That's what he knew. He knew that. He knew way back then. Cause see, the connection that was made is still there. So I'm honored. I'm gonna say this, and I'm finna shut my old trap. I'm finna shut this old trap, and I'm finna pass this old baton. Okay, look here. Sitting right over there. Sitting right over yonder. Y'all was looking at her. Y'all was looking at her. That there. Sure enough. Sure enough. See? Real folks up in here. Sitting right over there, my friend. I am honored. Honored. It is an honor. It is a privilege to have you, to grace this platform, to grace the table, to grace the table. I'm looking around to see if I got old spoon or fork because I know I'm finished to eat. I know. I already know. I know them folks from Bama can cook. So I know I'm finished to eat me something real good. And everybody out there that's listening, you finna eat something real good. So, old country boy gonna sit back, I'm gonna drink my old juice, and I'm gonna say like this. Look here, my friend Bama, the next excellent boss you hear is gonna be my friend all the way from Alabama. That's right. Sure enough, you're right. Sure enough, you're right. So, as the old country boy always say, y'all just sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, Bella Chick, put something in there, yo.
Right. What an introduction. I love it. I love it. Listen, thank you so much for having me on tonight. I've been nervous like all day because I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to say, what I'm supposed to do. But no, it's a pleasure. Like you said, we've been knowing each other for a long time and we've just been friends since the day we've met. And it's just like you said, it's amazing how God just does things and moves things and how he just continues to reconnect people.
Yes.
Especially, you never know when people are in need or when they're not in need. And he just happens to just reconnect people at that right time or whatnot. So I'm just glad to be here. So I guess I just say a little bit about myself, from Alabama. So that's where the name Bama comes from that he calls me. And I'm going to allow him to do that. But from Alabama, I currently reside in Birmingham, Alabama, and I've been living here since 1997. I've been here for quite a while. So came to well, I'm originally from Talladega, Alabama. I don't know if anybody has heard of that, but if you've heard of Talladega College, if you've heard of NASCAR, Super Speedway 500, and then we're also known for the Alabama Deaf and Blind School as well. So, big ups to Talladega, T Town. But I moved to Birmingham to go to school, and I just been residing in Birmingham since then. So I've been living here for a while. Went to school here, went to college here. After college, decided to stay here, and got a job and just made a career. And uh, I guess right now I'm sort of living a happily ever after.
Right, right. Ain't nothing wrong
Is
with
there such a thing?
that. Happy ever after is where you
I
make
wouldn't say happily, but
it.
yeah. So that's that's just a little bit of me um that I can share, I guess,
Mm-mm,
for
mm-mm.
right now.
Yeah.
The worthless 2 cents. And I was just like, well, I'm about to give y'all my last $2. Because that's about all I got to bring to the worthless 2 cents. And we just go, add it up and subtract a little bit, and there we go. But no, man, I'm glad to be here tonight. I am. But I'm just glad that you had me on. I'm proud of what you're doing. Because this has really been moving and going somewhere for you. So I'm definitely proud of that. Um, but mostly me, I'm working, taking care of my family, have a husband and 2 kids that definitely keep me busy. They're involved in all kind of stuff. One of my passions is, working with the youth and things like that. So I try to stay on top of that, what's going on in that area, kind of keep up with that because in my field of work, I work with youth too. So it's good to just kind of, stay on top of stuff and be up to date with the youngsters so
Right.
I can know what's going on as well. Um, so that's a little bit. And then, outside of that, try to, stay involved a little bit, with some community stuff, just helping out where I can. I'm definitely, definitely got to spend time with my family. I'm really big on, spending time with family and being family oriented and stuff. So that's, some just a little bit about me. That's just a little bit.
Look here, Bama. Look here. Now you gone on. You gone on. Look here. Don't be teasing these folks. Look here. No, you do so much. You really do. The things that you do in the community and the things you do, your passion, and that's what it's just about. For me right now, I want to give you this opportunity to share with the folks your passion. Not only just share with them your passion, but why. See, because a lot of folks talk about, I'm passionate about this. They can't even tell you
Yeah.
why. You know,
Right.
but that's the thing, and I know because you done said it a couple times, because for me, I'm passionate about you because it keeps me youthful. Well, all right.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
on the inside.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, man. So yeah, like that, yeah, passionate about those things. And so right now I am working with my sister. She has started a organization or a Facebook group, and she's developing that, and it's called Pave the Way. And we are in that Facebook group we try to provide resources to the youth and young adults, and so they can know that there's more than one way to success. You know what I mean? Everybody's not cut out to go to a 4-year college. Everybody's not cut out to go straight into the workforce. Somebody may not want to go into the military, but then you may have somebody that may want to take that avenue. So that platform is for us to show that there are various avenues and let us guide you or let us help you to get there. So basically, my passion behind is just making sure that, the youth can really think outside the box. I think, once they start thinking outside of the box and think outside of what's in their community, then, they can see more things, and that may, open them up to more things, and, make them more aware of more things. So I think that's just important, making sure that they are exposed to other things as well. Um, because we losing
Yes.
a lot of young people. I don't know if many people are familiar with, Birmingham, or, the area, but, lately there have been, uh, crime. But, that's anywhere and everywhere. So, that's one thing, that's one passion, behind it. And just the other thing behind it is, people say, do it for the culture, but I really feel like I am, like, I want to do this for me, my family. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that my community, and, people that fall within that category, I want to make sure that they have those resources, or at least I'm able to provide it, or at least give them the guidance on where to go to get it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we're left out. A lot of times we don't know where the resources come from, and that's why, sometimes people or other thing, they may have 2, 3 steps ahead of us.
Right.
So I think it's just important. So that's where my passion comes from, making sure that, we get that jump start on having, those things as well. And, just letting the kids know that there's more than one way. But they say there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard that saying? Now I'm turning on myself. Now I'm country.
You ain't the only one. I'm country over here. I know all about that one. Yes, indeed.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. So that's, kind of, where I'm at with it. I stay busy. I stay busy, like I said, with work and the kids, and, my husband, he's real passionate too about things. He's in the music world. He plays instruments, and works with the high school students and elementary students with, band. And, there's things to that helps kids. And one thing that I've learned as far as music, and, learning notes and stuff like that, it also helps you be like with math, and numbers and things like that. So it helps kids develop in other areas too. So it's just important that we just try to expose, you know the community to that. You got to expose it to them,
Right.
because some people never see it at all, and it's not their fault you
Right.
know
And that's so
so
true. That's so true. Because sometimes, you get so caught up in that one little place. You think that that's all there is. You don't think that there's anything outside of your city limits.
right.
You know,
Yep.
and you stay inside that box, and there's a whole
Yep.
world. There is a whole world outside, and sometimes I don't know. We get so caught up, and we don't want to try nothing new, and we don't want
Mhm.
to try because we don't know what is going to happen, or
Yep.
no, I don't want to try that. You got to go out and experience life. That's what this
Yep.
life is for, is to live. It is to live. It is to live. And what you said, there's more than one way. There's more than one way. It's about breaking them old patterns, breaking them chains. When you start doing that thing and exposing, and getting yourself out there in this world, and learning and seeing and enjoying, man, it creates something. It creates something. And I think that that's a wonderful thing that you're doing. You stepping out there and doing it, and taking that lead and going like, okay, look here, there ain't nobody else gonna do it. Come on here, sister. We've been rolling on this thing. Look here. But
Right, 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 right.
somebody has to be willing to step out there. And I commend you for doing that, and working with and there you are. Not only in school but out school. You're doing it too. You see it. So with working in school, you really see it. You see the things that parents don't see. Cause I can act a certain way when I get to the house. I can act like I'm but you get to see a whole different side. And you get to meet some of those needs of those people, or those
Yeah.
students, those kids.
Yeah, and, the population that I work with is basically, um, your at risk youth, So your juveniles, your delinquents, that's the population I work with, and within the court system. So yeah, you come into a lot of things, and then at the end of the day, you realize that there's layers to some of these youth and to some of these kids, that you have to kind of cut down and
Hmm.
get all the way down to the bottom to actually see what the problem is, because sometimes there's actually a reason why they're acting out, a
Yes.
reason why they behave the way that they do. And sometimes it's trauma. So it's important, man. It's important that we make sure that we stress to our friends, our family, take care of your mental health. If there's something that you see that's not right, go ahead and check it out. Find the resources to go ahead and help you. In the past, I know we've had this thing about, we don't go see no doctor. We don't, mental health, for sure. Let me tell you something. Best thing ever. You better get your mental health right.
Hey, and that's a fact. It's so funny that you say that. Not funny, ha ha. Okay, well maybe funny, ha ha. I don't know. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I get
yeah.
you.
But here's the thing: is that when you say that, I've had several other guests on, and that has been what they've talked about, the importance of it. Because I do believe, honestly, that's been one of the things that's been overlooked. We can attribute everything to everything else except for our mental health and how important it is. And isn't that just, I was going to say crazy, but fun. We attribute it to everything else, but how important is our mental health? We go through and again we log all this stuff on and yes, trauma and everything else that has happened that's stacked on top of this and stacked on top of daily life and look stacked on top of mamahood, wifehood, workhood. You know, if you
It's a
can't.
lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. And you have to remember, hey, let me check in on me. Let me make sure that I got myself together. So it's
Right.
a lot. So I think it's important. I think that's something we need to, talk about more, in our community, in our, homes and neighborhoods. And I think it needs to be talked about more. And especially with the kids too.
Yes.
Because, when you and I grew up, we didn't have all this social media stuff and it's cruel out here. It's cruel out here in this social media and Facebook. It's something else out here.
Yeah, and
But
when you
yeah,
get so, and that's the thing is what you just said. Even with us, for growing up, we had that way of interacting with each other, or going outside. You finna get up out of here. You finna go on outside and play. You finna go
mhm.
get on up out this here house here, because that was how my man get on up out of here. Look here, don't come back into the dark. Don't you gone.
Right.
And you got to use your mind. You got to go out. Me as a kid, I grew up, I was riding a stick and it was a horse. But you got
Mhm.
to be creative up
Use
here.
your
You got to
imagination. Yeah.
use that thing. Now, heck, they just sit around.
Yep. Video games. Yep.
Mind fried. And then it removes the thing that's so important is social skills. It and man, you don't even
Right.
know how to go in and have a conversation no more because you got to go back to your, you know,
Right. And you know what? It's okay if you do that every once in a while, but I think, make sure that, you're interacting too and getting up and moving around and doing some other stuff and not like you said, not just constantly glued to no video game or,
yeah,
24/7. Interact with some other things as well, and that's yeah, it's not like that anymore. It's, you know.
yeah,
So
and the thing is that even our children are our future, and we have to invest into them. We have to really invest into them. The thing, and try to, and as you just said, you try to understand where they're at. I can't talk to a 16-year-old, you know, thinking I'm going to talk to them on a 55-year-old level. You have to, and
right,
we have
right,
to learn how,
exactly.
you have to meet people
Yeah,
where they're at.
Yeah.
And we can't expect for them to understand. Well, it's like I don't even get it. I really don't even get it. And we have to be willing to do that because we're the ones that's pouring into them. We are the ones that's here to pour in, and and that's so important to be able to meet them at that level.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was like, that's why I have to stay up, stay up to par on what's out there, what's the happening stuff, you know what I'm saying? What's the new slang?
Right.
Because I gotta be able to keep up. So
Because they be done
but
slid something in on you. You don't even know what they done said.
exactly. So that's how it is though. But that's how that life part goes. So that's pretty much, the passion behind it, just making sure that, you can overcome any circumstance, you just gotta make sure that you got your good support system. You gotta make sure that you have a good plan in place and there's more than one avenue.
Right.
There's more than one avenue. Your plan is not gonna look like my plan. And half of the time, our plan ain't even the plan because it's God's plan.
There you go. That part. That right, right, right. That
And
right.
it's like, I was trying to do it this way, but then here you come talking about no. So it's like, hey.
I said that last night. You got it all wrote out. Look, you got your little plan wrote. Papa, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'll be married by this time. I'm gonna have children by this time.
Hey,
You,
plan don't even be close to nothing like that. You be thinking you done got close, but
right.
nah,
It takes
not at all. But yeah, so, but that's like, and then my free time, try to spend it with my family and, you spend it with friends, loved ones, people that are close to me. I love to, like you said, I met y'all in Memphis. So I love to try to travel, and, we try to expose our kids to that too. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's just going down the road, like, so, make sure they have a little vacation, get them out, get them outside of the city so they can
right.
see other things. So we try to do that as well. And life has been pretty good so far. Been married for 5 years, uh, been together 7. I think he had to remind me of that yesterday.
No, he didn't. My Bama brother.
He
What?
might be watching another. Shout
That's
out to my husband Theo.
my Bama brother.
Nah, man, but you know what? He's amazing. He definitely treats me good. God knew what he was doing, when he put us together. So I'm thankful for him. And everybody has their ups and downs. Nothing is perfect.
Right.
But you definitely have to continue to work at things. Continue to try to understand each other. So it's definitely, it's a journey. Like I said, we've only been married 5, so it's a journey. It's not, it's not all peaches and creams every
No,
day.
no, you got to be. Every day is just joy. You just wake up every morning, be like, oh,
Yeah, but hey, we make this thing work, and we're continuing to, love on each other and continue to make it work and keep things going. So
and you are. I have watched y'all grow. Um,
mhm.
Individually. I've watched you grow as a family. Well, I watched you grow as husband and wife, and I watched it. And, you
You watched me grow from Memphis
know,
all the way. So yeah, but it's
and
amazing.
watching that, it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yeah.
The journey. I think I had a guest on that said, we miss the journey by trying to get to the destination. We
Mhm.
miss everything, and that's the most important part is not the destination, it's everything along the journey. It's all the
Mhm.
things that happen along the journey that make when you
Yeah.
get to that destination a beautiful thing. And that's the part right there, that I wish more people would embrace. I'm just trying to get here, or I need to be here by this time, or I need to be at this point, I need to have this much money by this time, or this.
Right.
Then you're missing so much. You're missing forming relationships and friendships. You know, you're missing these things, these things that are pouring into you because you're trying to get somewhere. You know, for me, getting there, when you get there, all it is a combination of everything along the way. That's what
Yeah.
makes it so sweet.
Yeah, but you got to be able to get there to understand that too. So, but that I like how you put that because I was at a place, years and years ago where, it's just like you don't understand the journey. You don't understand what's going on. But like you said, once you start understanding those things along the journey,
Mhm.
really helps you get to that destination. Then the destination is even so much greater.
Right.
But I've been like that with like, hey, don't, I ain't finna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But you had a box. You had certain things that you thought were supposed to be fit for you. And like you said, going along that journey, those things weren't even fit for you. And like you said, here comes God saying, no, this actually fits for you. So you have to learn how to get out of that mentality, and really be in line with what the journey is, learning from the journey,
Right.
and also, trusting God too
And
throughout the process.
that's the thing right there. And when you trust him and you can't even see him. When that you trust him, but you when you put that trust in, like, okay, all right, you got me. I'm finna trust you on this. I'm finna trust, because guess what? What happens if you don't? I'd much rather trust. I'd much rather put that trust right there and him be like, okay, I trust you. I trust you,
Yeah.
and it makes it so much sweeter because what it removed for me, what it removed was all the tension and all the stress and all these things and trying to figure this out and figure that out. Because when you
Right.
trust him, he guiding you. He's like,
Hmm.
I got you. I got you. And even in I can just imagine with you and yourself and and being going from here and then getting married and then having kids. And it's like, whoo, whoo, whoo,
Yeah, it was like bam, bam, bam.
you know, and,
And
and
it was like, wait a minute, hold on. You
am
did
I
what?
ready? Mhm. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, it was bam, bam, bam. Some people didn't even know. Some it was just yeah.
And but there's and to see and again it does me to be able to watch my friends and people that I've known, to watch them and admire them, and what
Hmm.
they are doing. And man, it's a beautiful thing. It does me
Yes.
so good, to know, like,
Yep.
I say thank you, Lord. I give him
Mhm.
all the praise for the people that he's placed along the way. Because guess what? Whatever the destination is, man, these people that's on this journey, man, I'm doing good.
Right.
I'm doing good. I like this journey. Look, I'm gonna slow gas price so high. I ain't even driving fast. I'm gonna just cruise on this journey.
Slow it down. Cruise control. Cruise
Yes,
control.
indeed. Yeah, but we speed so much through this thing. We speed so much
Mhm.
that we miss so much. You know, the thing, with your even with your kids, you can speed through it, and I just need to, but you slow it down. You slow it down
Mhm.
and you enjoy it. I've learned, after years of, I've got an older, then I got the little one. I got an older and I got the
Mhm.
little. Because with the older one, I was speeding.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Thought I had to be here. Thought it was this, that, and the other. But to God be the glory. He gave me the opportunity to be like, now it's like slow down and it's
Mhm.
enjoy. It's enjoy.
Yeah.
You know,
Embrace each moment. Hmm.
man. Because
Yeah.
yeah, them things with them kids don't come along but once. And I mean
Right.
that. Look,
Yeah.
that first step after you missed that first and
That's
you done
it.
missed it.
You're right. That's why you have to embrace every
Again,
moment.
again, now the first one over with.
Right. You missed it. They did that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but when you slow down and you enjoy them things, the sleeping through the night or the potty, the little things. And I don't call them little. I mean, for me, it's like major things, because you're
Right.
enjoying it,
Hmm.
because you know that you get to do that, to even with your situation at home and watching your husband grow and develop. You're like, man, look at this. And I'm so
Hmm.
going like, look at
Amazing. It's just good. It's just good to just be around, good energy. It's
yes,
good
yes,
to, be around others that are encouraging. It's good to see other people within your circle also winning.
yes.
I've always been like that. I've always wanted to see others blessed beyond measure, and I've always felt like, my time will come when it comes. I've never tried, of course you said, like we said, of course you do have little timelines, and sometimes those timelines fail and they don't match up. But let me tell you, when you stop living by that timeline and when you stop trying to live by that checklist and that box, and you just trust God and trust the process,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, everything else starts lining up and falling in place.
Yeah,
And like you said, it lifts something up off of you. It takes a burden or something off of your shoulders. And like you said, it gives you a better guide on how to navigate this thing and how to continue to get through life and get through this journey.
yeah.
So
And the things
it's
don't bother you. And it's true. I mean, things that you get so uptight about when he is leading the way, it don't bother you. I mean,
right,
it don't. It's like, oh, well, you got attitude. Okay. I'm not
right, okay. Exactly. You get to
Listen,
that point.
it's,
And before I wasn't, I was not at that point. Things would bother me so bad, or I was always, yes, yes, yes. I want to make sure everybody else is happy. You know what I mean? And like you said, once you get more in line with God and trusting that process, things start opening up. You start focusing on you and what's healthy for you. And, you just kind of start doing a little bit better or whatnot. So it is something though.
yeah, that you said that, that's a laughable thing for me. I call that, you run across a pond for somebody who wouldn't even jump across a puddle for you.
Yeah, right.
They-
Right.
but we do it. We do it.
Mhm.
And the thing is that honestly, for me, I know it was about me. It was about me. You pour out and you pour out and you pour out. The thing about pouring out, if you're not getting somebody pouring back in, you empty yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yourself. You're giving all your energy and all your attention over here, and you guessing over here. Okay, I'm gonna do this over here, and okay, I gotta go do this, and I gotta go.
Right.
And at the end of
It's
the
okay
day,
to pour out, but you just have to set some healthy boundaries along the
yeah,
way, you know? And those that truly love you and understand, they'll be okay with it. I
yeah.
gotta find my charger.
Look, that's
I
how.
I See, I was set up in one location, and then the husband and the kids kind of kicked me out and told me, "No, you need to go to that location." And so I was trying to grab all my stuff and move to the other room, and I left my charger in there. So,
all I can
uh,
say is, all I can say is, I see who runs the house.
oh, exactly.
Now
So
you can go record over there. Do the
I
show
was like, you know
over.
what? Okay, let me just get my stuff together. So may have to take a little break and make sure I go grab my charger so my laptop won't die out.
Gotcha.
So I don't
Gotcha.
want you to think I didn't come prepared because I did.
She done left the scene, y'all.
Right, right, right. So I
Oh
have to
my
call one of them, look, text them and be like, can somebody bring me my charger for my stuff?
oh Lord. Well, look
Like
here.
I'm the
I
one on
mean,
the face. Look, I'm the one on the Facebook Live. Can I get treated like this? They gonna kill me. Is this live? You said this is live, right?
oh, hey, look, sure is.
But you know what? That's one thing about my husband and I. We are some jokesters with each other. So
And that's
He'll,
good.
yeah.
That is really good, and that's how it should be. It should.
So this ain't nothing I ain't already said in front of his
Yeah.
face. For anybody that want to go back and
Look,
say something.
hey, what you got? Now run tell that.
Right. What Martin Lawrence say, run tell that. Thank you. They bought me my charger.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You
Look at
know who's from the house. No,
that. That's teamwork right there.
yeah, man. I love my little family. They all right. They all right.
Oh my
I ain't
goodness.
gonna put
Look
them
here.
out yet.
I mean, so what more your story, what built you up? What made Bama Bama? What was
Ooh. What made Bama Bama?
what made Bama Bama?
And not to sound all like what's the word? Like cookie cutters, you know. But like honestly, I guess what makes Bama Bama, what makes me me is really, where I come from, my background, my family. I come from a family of givers. I come from a family that, were big helpers, in the community.
Right.
Um, I come from a family that loved on each other, father and mother side of the family. So I think that's what, really makes me me. And just in growing up, I did several things too, out in the neighborhood and in the community, whether it was with church or with the Girl Scouts. So that's just kind of like been embedded in me, I guess, a little bit, to be given. And I think that's what makes me me. And also, I feel like I don't ever meet a stranger for some reason. It's like it doesn't matter where I'm at sometimes. It's like I just have talk to me on my forehead. And I just be like, I'm not even smiling. I'm trying to give like the meanest mug. And for some reason, people just, start talking. And I'll be like, and I don't brush it off. Because you never know what type of day
Right.
folks are having
Right.
or whatnot. But I think that's what makes me me. My family that I come from. Um, I feel like I feel like I come from a strong bloodline. My father's side and my mother's side. So they were givers. Helping each other. Family. My big mother, Big Mama is what we called her. She's passed away, but everybody knew her, Miss Carey, that was her name. And she had a garden in the back of her house or whatnot. And those are that she canned like uh, made her own jam,
Mm.
and everything was pretty much from scratch. So just seeing those things grow
Right.
up, it makes you value stuff a little bit more. Because everything she did was pretty much from scratch. I
Right.
mean, I remember when my grandfather killed a goat in the backyard. I was like, oh, I was terrified. I mean, the goat was alive. It was like hanging up, and it was tied and everything. He had to show boom, right in the head. I was like, oh my God. And not realizing that they were gonna cook it and eat it.
Right.
Because either I think like that following day or maybe a day or two later, I remember my big mom and my grandfather, we call him Pop. I remember they barbecued that weekend and they had ribs, and I'm not thinking nothing about it. I forgot that he killed the goat like
Right.
a day or two before. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm eating some ribs or whatnot. And, my big mama she's just standing there just smiling at me, just kind of smirking at me. And she was like, you know what you eat? I was like, yeah, some ribs, some goat ribs. But
Oh wow.
just those things, seeing my grandparents, and also, my mom, my dad's mom, and my grandfather on my dad's side. I
Wow.
know my grandfather on my dad's side, um, he had a brother that owned land down in a town called, I believe it's called Fayette, Alabama. I think that was the name of it. Might have been Lafayette, Alabama. But anyway, we used to ride down there every summer. My great uncle, I guess that would be my great uncle, something like that. But anyway, my grandfather's brother, he owned a farm down there. He had land. So, that seeing those things
Right.
as a child was just like, I can have that too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I can have that too. So, and we would go down there in the summertime and they had this big old farm. And it was stuff I had never seen before. They had horses, they had cows, they had chickens, they had ducks. And that was my first time ever seeing a brown egg in my life
Wow.
as a young child. And at that time, I had never seen no brown egg before. Because she would, my my grandfather's brother, his wife, she would cook breakfast. I mean, they had fresh bacon from the hogs that they just slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you pull up in a driveway, it smelled like straight cow manure when you get out the car. I'm talking about they were like right, they were living. And that was my first time ever seeing, black people have something like that. You see it on TV. And I used to love going down there. I remember she wanted to cook breakfast and she was like, "You want some eggs?" And I was like, "Oh, not no brown eggs." And at the time, not even real. She was like, "Those are fresh eggs from I just got them." And I was like, "Hey." But you know what? But now I realize
Right.
the value of those things then, and just being able to see those things growing up and coming up, seeing my grandparents, have those things and working hard. I think that just makes me who I am today. I definitely do because I work hard. I'm a go-getter. People call me a perfectionist, but I really don't think I am. I get teased at work sometimes. So if my coworkers are listening, I love y'all.
Quit teasing
But
her.
yeah, but I no, I got some great. I work with some great people. I got some great coworkers. Um, some, but even though they don't know, but I got some great coworkers though.
Hey, well,
But yeah, man.
that's really good, man. Because what you just said is it's like a foundation that was set. You know, you being able to share that, there was a generation that missed that. If you get what I'm saying,
Hmm.
that kind of story didn't get passed on because since somebody said we don't sit out on grandma's porch no more and sit out
No,
about none of that stuff. We go
and
through this
that's one
thing.
thing I miss, and that's one thing I did growing up. We would sit out on our grandparents' porch with them,
Yeah,
and sit out on the swing, and they'll tell us stuff or whatnot. Of course, we ran around the yard and played too, but sometimes we had those moments where we just sitting on the porch and and then we talking, we having those
yeah.
conversations. So yeah,
And I think that is so important. I think back even myself is sitting, sitting on the porch and shelling peas. I didn't like it. I used to, you give me a bucket of peas, I, I put half the empty shells on. I wasn't shelling all of them. Like, I'm gonna see if I can.
right.
I ain't gonna be purple.
Hey, gotta help if you on that front porch, especially if it's
or making
snapping some
mistakes,
peas and stuff. You gonna be
turning
out there
ice
helping.
cream.
Oh God. Oh,
Those things that don't. Again, what I say is that loss that we have of passing that information on. Because that's how it used to be. The information
yeah.
went from here to here to here. Do it's unfortunate. I know I probably went off the rail somewhere. I don't know where about. I'm gonna try to get back on. But
I got
the fact is this is that some people don't even know who their great grandparents are because the line got broke and it didn't get passed down about this and grandma this and great grandma this and none of that. It's like
you.
it got
Right.
broke. And that's important, because we don't understand. I know where I'm at, but in order to know where I'm at, I got to know where I came from. But there's nobody to, because look at here,
Make that change. Yeah.
because you could be acting a certain way, and well, he's a go getter. You know what? His great grandpa Charles was like that. See, it didn't just because some of that stuff, but ain't nobody ever told you about great grandpa.
Right, exactly.
you know,
Yeah,
and when we can get that thing back and get that back and open that line up, because guess what? There's some things it took me a long time, but man, I love the fact of knowing, my grandma and knowing these and hearing the stories. Now I'm going like I should have sat more and listened more because you learn
right.
so much like
Yep,
ooh, that
yep.
important thing, and that's just for me. That's just how I think about it. It's just
No, I agree with you on that. I wish I would have sat back a little bit more and learned some other things, you know, growing up. We can't wait till, the big mamas and grandmamas and granddaddies and stuff, die off and
right.
then we start learning about things. It's important to just, try to learn those things as they come along.
Hey, look here.
Yeah, we could
Look,
get back to that. I
I
wish we
got to
could.
put on. I
I
got to
don't
put on.
know.
I'm trying to read these old thing over here.
And forever, you open up for comments or something or questions.
Hey, look here, look. Y'all want to ask? Y'all don't ask me nothing. Y'all want to ask Bama anything? Bama, you gonna have to read them too. Cause look here, cause I look. I didn't even know them little things roll over there. All I get on here and do is run my mouth.
Listen, we have ran our mouth. You hear me?
But there's in order to get it back,
Okay.
uh,
Hmm.
we have to. We have to. Yeah, yeah. Don't take time. We need to take the time to learn and learn our history and learn them things. There
Right.
we have such a wealth of information and
Yep.
knowledge that has just.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna say this. It's my show. I can say anything I want to, huh?
Sure can. It's your worthless two
Yeah,
cents. Remember?
wait a
I
minute.
just came with my last $2.
Yeah, what that say right there?
Your approval not needed. That's right.
Um, it's not the fact that a lot of stuff has been taken away. It's the fact that we've just given it away. And when I say
Yeah.
given it away, we have given the I want to know. We've given the fact we don't want to share the stuff and we don't want to talk about the stuff and good, bad, or indifferent. Good, bad,
Hmm.
or indifferent. I ain't finished it. Good, bad, or indifferent is that line of communication that we have just severed. Uh,
Yeah. I'm glad you said that word share. You know? Ah, ah,
I,
okay. There, my assistant has
but look,
okay.
tell my brother to slide on up in
Oh,
there.
brother.
Tell my brother to slide on up in there.
No, somebody had a question. What all did it take to get where you're at? Is that Aaliyah Clark? What all it took to get where you at now? As far as I guess Aaliyah, I guess she's hey Aaliyah. I didn't mean to just cut off our conversation, but my great assistant was like, he thought we were open for questions.
we tell Bama brother what. Hey,
Let me just make sure. I just want to make sure I understand your question, Aaliyah. So if you're still watching, if you could just type and kind of let me know if you're just talking about like career or just, I guess I don't know. I just make sure I want to make sure I answer your question correctly. So Dunny, just be watching that to see if she types something.
okay.
So I can make sure I answer her question. Make sure I understand her question about what did it take for me to get to where I'm at now.
All right, all right. So you want me to
I
watch?
mean, the road ain't easy. I mean,
Hey,
sure.
look, and what road is easy? That's the thing. What they used to say: if it come easy, it ain't worth it. You better watch it if
Right.
it's too easy. Better watch it if it comes too easy. Life in general, facing life challenges.
Okay. Oh yeah. Ah, Man, what did it take to get through just life challenges in general is prayer. Sometimes I did not lean on God. Sometimes my faith was weak. But making sure I had, a good support system. I've been blessed to always pretty much have a really good support system. Um, those are ways that I faced my challenges. And just also just getting up and hey, knowing that I can get up and try again. If I fail, let me just get up and try again. Let me get up and try to go harder. There was times where I know that I've cried. I've wanted to scream. I know there's times I thought I wouldn't make it to the next level or to whatever else I wanted to do. So definitely prayer, definitely, making sure I had a support system and definitely making sure that I just, built up my faith because at one point I did lose faith, and I was just like, you know what, God, who, what He did for me, and I think I'm not saying everybody, but I think most people have been at a point in their life when they felt like that, and you shouldn't be ashamed to say that, because God can definitely take you out of that. So those are some things that I went to or used to get me through life challenges.
You know what? That was real and transparent. It's what you just said is there have everybody. I can't say everybody because I don't know everybody, but I can speak for myself, and you just spoke for yourself. Yeah, there comes those times when you do that. Some people will lie about it. Some people lie and say, "Oh no, 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 no." That comes that moment, and you just why, and you ask yourself why. Why what you just said.
Right,
What now? What
right.
and if we want to be real and transparent about it, and that's that's the other reason for this is to be
Hmm.
real and transparent and to let folks know like we all face some things. We all
Hmm.
face some things. We all
Yeah,
face some things, and we going like, okay, love him.
right.
You know
And
what?
then another thing too is, when you finally get through the challenge and you're able to face the challenge, it's kind of like that God gives you like that aha moment. Like, I told you, fool, all this time. So Aaliyah, that's another way that I kind of got through it because at the end it's rewarding. It's like, oh man, dang. Oh man, he came through for real. Like, okay,
Right.
got through, I can do this. I know if I can do that, I can do this. You know what I mean? So, and then you keep knocking down them doors, and it just builds you up more and more, builds you up more and more. So that's another way I tackle some challenges. Because I'm telling you, he'll have a funny way of telling you, I told you. I don't know why you won't listen to me. I've been coming through every time, you know, and we always still have that little doubt
Yeah.
sometimes, but you have to get over that. And then once you start pushing down them doors, that doubt just start getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So, I think that's where I'm at now, in life. I took on the thing about, going back to school. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to make it work. I knew it's something that I had been wanting to do for a while, something I had been passionate about. Of course, I talked it over with my husband and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know if it's the right time and or whatnot. And, we was just, what, just apply and just see what happened.
Right.
And, I prayed to God about it and bam, started school last fall. And it's been going since then. And that's another thing. It's like, why did you want to go back to school? I got to do this for me. I'm doing it for the culture. No, because I want to be able to really, leave
Yeah.
some things for my family. I want to be I just want to be a wealth of knowledge for my family. And I'm not just talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about my cousins, my aunties, my uncles, my sisters, my brothers, my nieces, my nephews. I want to make sure that, I'm able to, be a wealth of knowledge to them. So,
And
one
breaking
of
the
my
chains. Breaking the chains.
huh?
Breaking the
Yeah,
chains.
breaking the chain. Yeah,
Breaking the
breaking
chains of
the
what you
chain.
can't do, and this, and
Right. And I
look,
didn't think I was gonna be able to do this, but once I knocked out my first semester, I was just like, there you go again, God. you always have a way of showing me
Yeah.
you can, because people are like, girl, you work full time, kids, how do you have time to do anything? And I just be like, I don't know. I just make it happen. I make it happen. But you know what? God, He makes it happen.
Right.
He
Right.
makes it happen. So, and that's just how it is. But I'm thankful.
Right. And you know what? And it is. And what you said also is having that support system. When you have that support system, you got two things. Listening to it, you had a solid foundation. You've
Mhm.
had that foundation, and then from that foundation, look around you. You have that support system, man, and that is the most important part. Is that you got the foundation, you got support system, and then you got God. What else you need?
Hmm. Foundation, support system, and God. That's it right there. Foundation, support
That
system, God.
is.
I like that. You need to make that a t-shirt.
when them levels right there, you know,
Yeah.
it is there.
Foundation, support system, and God.
There.
You gotta have that foundation. And we gotta start back working on laying that foundation
Yes,
for the youth that are coming up now.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Because it says it. I mean, everything you're saying is it's in the Bible. It's talking about it. You raise a child up. And in that day he shall not depart. You do this.
Yeah.
Bam, you put it there. You put it there. And your grandparents put it there, laid that
Mhm.
foundation. Even though way back when you didn't think it was the foundation they were laying, you were like, but as things got rocky, you on firm ground because you had that foundation. You know,
Right.
and then then the support system. You were able to weed out wasn't a support system. We all can because
Yep.
the foundation said this
Yep.
these weeds can't grow in this foundation. So
Yep.
and then you had God right there, like
And a
bam.
lot of times weeding out that support system is just by default. You wouldn't even expect it to be coming. And bam, there it was. Oh well, dang. I thought we was cool. Oh,
Wait,
trust.
not the slow shake.
I know, so yeah. Foundation, what you say, foundation.
Foundation, support system, and God. Yeah, what you
Yep,
don't need no
foundation,
more.
support system.
You
Yeah.
got it right there. That
Yeah.
right there is a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
That is a wrap. If you got that right there, and because it's covered, everything is covered right there.
Mm-hmm.
When you have those people that and what do I call? Let me see here. The ones that push you even when you want to give up.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
And those people that your support system is the ones that push you and keep you up. Your
Yeah.
support system is also the ones that tell you, no, that's wrong.
Right, exactly. So everybody has you're gonna have a variety of people in your support system.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll know who your support system
right.
is when you're able to build that good. Once you got that foundation built, you know what your
Yeah,
support system gonna look like.
that's it.
But yeah, you gotta have them folks in your corner that's gonna tell you like it is.
Hmm. That's
You
them
know,
yeah, what I call
hey,
accountability
do you
partner.
remember my I don't know if you remember my friend Tanea, she was in Memphis with us.
Yes, yes.
That's she's been my friend for years, and we're still great friends till this day. And she's the one that's gonna tell me like it is.
And that but
But
you do
I
it.
love her for that. I love it because I know that she has my best interest at
Right.
heart. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's gonna be good, whether it's gonna be bad, she gonna give it to me. So
And
it's good to just like you say, everybody plays their roles. I
right.
have people that I can go to as far as like, maybe my cousin or somebody, talk to her. We got our support system and how we flow with things, but you just got to bring all that together, my mom, my dad, sister, brother, a husband, you once, like you said, once you've laid that foundation, that support system start flowing together.
Yeah.
Everybody has their place.
Right, right. And
Hmm.
that is the thing about our life. Everybody does have that. Everybody has their place. And see, and the thing is when you have that, man. Thank you, Lord. When you have that foundation, you're able to recognize where something's supposed to be
Right.
at.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, you
You
ain't.
better talk about it.
That ain't your. Mm-mm. You know, what they say, stay in your lane. That ain't even your
Yep.
lane.
Mind your business. There I'll be telling my kids, mind your business.
Oh Lord. But you know, and it is, it's a
Yeah.
great thing. And it's a great thing. People hate to have accountability partners
Mm,
or people that hold them accountable. A lot of people
mm,
don't like that. A lot of
mm.
people get they feel like you're attacking me or what you ain't on my side. No, I'm holding you accountable for yourself. And what
Right.
I would expect for you to do for me is hold me accountable. If I'm over
Right.
here and it ain't supposed to be, see, this nowadays, we want people to go along with us.
Yeah. Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
In their mind, they know it ain't right. Come, well, I'm gonna go. I know I ain't.
Yep.
No, no, no. When we can get to that point where we hold people accountable, and that's true accountability, a true accountability partner gonna be like, look, you wrong,
Yep.
you wrong, you
Most
flat out
definitely.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know, when you can tell
Yep.
somebody that, I ain't gonna even talk to you. I just forget it. You know, but then you go over there 2 minutes later, you like, what you doing?
Right. Exactly.
You know them the ones that's gonna be there and down for you. It ain't they just riding along with you. It ain't just they just tagging. They are there because they want the best out of you. Because not because it's gonna benefit them at all. It's because they want to benefit you. And that's what people don't really
Wow.
want that. I mean,
Wow.
honestly, people don't. A lot of people scared of it. They
Wow.
scared. I don't want nobody holding
That
them.
was a good point. Yeah. People don't want it.
Mm.
Mm, that was a good point. I like that. I like that.
So
Most
yeah.
definitely.
Well, look here, looking back.
It's been
My
amazing.
Bama sister, my
Listen,
Bama mama.
we got to get down there. You know, my husband's, I know we got to wrap everything up, but you in Louisiana, my husband has family down there. That's where his parents are from. So, you know, we try to get down there every once in a while. His you know, dad's side of the family still lives down that way.
Well, you
So we gotta link up,
know,
man.
we've been talking about going to New Orleans for the last 10 years. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
We're gonna get it together. I promise you we are.
we've been
You know, my
we've been meeting
husband
in New
is a
Orleans for the Bayou Classic for the last 10 years. That's
I
right.
know. Is you all what? You Southern or Grambling? You Southern, right?
No, don't you dare do that. Don't you dare do
Oh,
that. Don't you dare do that. Don't you do that. Don't you.
I ain't gonna never be able to come back to the
No,
show.
you.
All right, so that means that's my cue to exit the stage. That's right.
Oh, no, but look here. This is what I want to do, and I try to do this every time before we shut down. I'm gonna give you the last 2 minutes to speak whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to express in your own way. Um, so look here, have them last 2 minutes, whatever. If you want to plug something, plug it. If you want to talk about something, if you want to throw some links out there, tell. Look here, I know Bama brother, my Bama brother on there watching. Tell him to go
Mhm.
on, type in the link to the little thing over there. Bama brother, I know you hear me. I love you. Go on, type in the link to the little the page or whatever it is. Um,
Pave the way. Yeah, so I'll take a moment to I was trying to look at my phone too. But yeah, listen, thank you so much for having me tonight. It was a pleasure to be on here. I was excited to even be invited to come. I'm just thankful that you even thought about me. So I was like, well, little old me. Come on, y'all. Baby, my worth is 2 cents is blowing up. So thank you. And I'm proud of everything that you're doing. So I just hope that, tonight I was able to, touch somebody's heart. Hope some of the information or what I talked about was able to help somebody. And, hope that, I was able to entertain you guys too. But some things that I have going on right now, of course, like I said, my sister has started this Facebook group that, of course, is also in the works of becoming a nonprofit organization. And it's called Pave the Way. I'll try to type it in the comment section before we leave the live. And that organization or Facebook group is pretty much just talks about is a platform for parents, youth, young adults that are looking for different avenues for life after high school. So we pretty much provide scholarships, um, scholarships, job opportunities, any type of educational programs, career fairs, things like that. And it mostly is geared towards the Alabama area. However, we have followers from all over, and we don't just limit things that we post in there to specifically Alabama. We definitely try to research and provide scholarship opportunities and jobs and things like that, you know, all over. So check us out there. Other than that, man, y'all just be, looking out for me in the next 3 years. Hopefully, I'll be finished with law school and will successfully pass the bar and be able to move on to some other things. And so y'all just remember my face and my name, Ebony J. Dabon. So I'm just speaking that into existence now. So, but yeah, that I'm just thankful to be here, and I'm just thankful for how God is moving things in my life and how He's continuing to bless me and my family, and also those around me. And I just want to try to be a blessing to others as much as I can. So thank you so much for having me, and I'm just glad that I was able to come on and share some love and catch up with you.
Hey, I enjoyed it. Thank you, Attorney Devon. It's a pleasure.
I
Uh,
like how that rings.
it has been a pleasure. I thank you so much for giving me the time, for giving the show the time to come on and share your story in your way. That's what this is set up to do. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to say one more thing, and then I'm gonna go. Be on here forever. Um, just piggybacking off of what I was just saying, how you spoke that into, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and speak it into existence. A lot of times we're afraid to talk about, how we've been blessed or the things that we're trying to accomplish because we're afraid that somebody's gonna, speak negative of it, or we may be blocking a blessing or something like that. But I was watching the Kanye documentary, and Kanye mentioned something. I know everybody think Kanye crazy and stuff, and he is a little bit, I guess. I don't know. But he mentioned something in his documentary about being confident in what you do. People are going to think that you're being overconfident or that you're being arrogant. No, you're not. You're just confident in what you do. You're confident in what you do because you know what you're doing. So, and I want people to start being confident in what they're doing. Because when I heard that, I was just like, you know what, it's okay for me to say, yeah, I'm in school. Yeah, 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 I want to do that. Yeah. So what? I'm gonna be confident in what I do. So I just want to leave that last little note, be confident, be overconfident. It's not being arrogant, it's not bragging. It's just that you know what you want,
Right.
and you know that you're able and capable to do it. And if you can trust God and He's gonna be there with you through the process, then yes, be overconfident about it.
Hey, look here.
There
Y'all
you
heard
go. And I'm closing
Look,
out.
hey, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Attorney Ebony J. Devon, the future governor of
Yeah,
Alabama.
the
Y'all
future.
heard it right here. So y'all go
Let's
along.
get through these last couple of years.
there is the attorney right there and the future governor of Alabama. And guess what?
Oh, all
All
right.
up here on my worthless 2 cents. That's right. Y'all gonna be like,
And they heard it here first. They'll be pulling this on video
yes,
in a couple years.
that's her. That. That's the governor. Showing
Yes,
up.
sir.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right there. Y'all Caesar. Look here. Em, I appreciate it.
I love
Bama,
it.
I appreciate it. I thank you so much. My Bama brother, thank you for allowing me to take your Bama wife for a few minutes. You have back now. I so appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out to come and to share your story, your way, your journey. I appreciate it. The
Thank
seed
you.
that you planted. Thank you so very much. It was greatly, greatly appreciated. Look, I knew I was gonna eat. I full now. I full
I'm
now.
glad you are, and
Yeah.
I hope that everybody enjoyed the show. And like I said, keep doing you, keep doing you. You know, we're over here rooting you on and supporting you. So the Dabons are in your corner.
Hey, well, you know what? I sure appreciate it. To God be the glory for all of this. I know without him, none of this would be possible. First and foremost,
Right.
I know that. I know that when he allows these wonderful people that have come, allow you to grace this and to share yours, it's only by His will, His might, and I'm grateful. I'm
Mhm.
grateful. Look here, old country boy, and talking enough. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. And look, I just want to say, what? Oh, hold on. I got one more thing. I need to see if I can get this thing here. Hold on a second, Ebony. I promised somebody I was
You're
gonna do.
gonna pull up a picture, ain't you?
I'm gonna try to do it. Look at here. Look here. If y'all have a chance, go check out my Facebook page because I am going to post a post up. There is an event going on right here in Texas, right here in Houston. It is going on Saturday. Okay, it is called "Go Hard in the Paint." Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Hard in the paint. It is actually an event where you go and y'all do some Titan. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, y'all go
Mm-hmm.
to the
Mm-hmm.
Titan. It's a nice event. So I'm gonna post it on my page. Y'all go check it out. Check it out. Old country boy don't support nothing he don't believe in. Okay, y'all already know that. If I'm up here supporting, if I'm pushing, it's because I believe it. It's because I believe in it and I believe in the people behind it. That's the only way I do it. Other than that, y'all propose going on about you did propose going on. Other than that, but Eb, I thank you. I thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much. I thank all of y'all for tuning in. To God be the glory. You continue on, attorney. And man, you keep on doing it. You give them little ones a kiss and a hug. And
I will.
y'all have a good one. Look here. And the old country boy, I always say before he bails up out of this thing, that's what I always say. I love you all unconditionally. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a good one. Now you hear?
Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby.
See ya.